Mike. What's up, man? It's your boy Go on TV. Here with a legend right here. What's up, bro?
We getting right into it. It's poppin'.
How you doing, man?
We ain't fucking around. We ain't wasting time. I'm already late. I'm sorry about that.
It's all good, bro.
It's goody, man.
I know you're pretty busy. Appreciate you for coming through.
Ain't no excuse, man. You deserve better, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I appreciate the invite, though. Thank you.
Definitely. So, how you been, though?
Everything's good, man. If I'm being honest, these days, I'm kind of getting motivated. I've been inspired lately. You know what I'm saying? Touring died down a little bit towards the end of the year. You know, it's the holidays. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I get excited when the holidays come around. That's when I get to spend time with family and stuff like that. And I have to get charged up. So I'm ready for the new year, if I'm being honest with you.
Word. You've been doing a lot of shit, too.
Yeah, these days, I kind of been trying to find a balance, though. You know, before it was like, you know, if there was any time in my schedule, I was filling it up. Now I'm kind of like taking breaks. Like I'm doing this with you now, but like later on, it's like date night. You know what I'm saying, for me tonight? You know what I mean? We're going out trying a new restaurant, me and my girl. Like, so it's like stuff like that I've been like implementing in my life a little bit more these days. But, you know, you still got to stay in the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're trying to build with yourself and like get that time.
Yeah, I think it's important, you know, because you know how it is, man. You working your ass off, you get burnt out, you know what I'm saying? And I just been always just so used to being on like autopilot that, you know, I'm just on go, regardless of the fact that I just felt like that started to get dangerous.
Yeah.
So these days, like I said, I'm just trying to find a balance, man. You know, it's not easy, but I'm trying.
Yeah. How old are you?
35.
Okay. You've been doing this for a while.
Shit, I've been doing this shit all my life, bro. All my life. I started probably when I was in about 7th grade. I started DJing teen parties. 7th, 8th grade, around that time.
Early.
So I don't know what age that is, but it's been a long time. At least 2 decades, for sure.
So from then all the way till now, you just now trying to slow down and take a break. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know, I guess it took 20 years for me to realize that a personal life is important.
That's crazy. Yeah. Workaholic.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
So, where'd you get that drive from? It's just in you?
I think it's my mom, you know, always the thing about my mom is like she's a hard worker. You know, she's you know that independent spirit. You know, not having to rely on nobody. But then also, as part of it is just not even like the working hard aspect. It's more like, because I don't necessarily like, up until recently, you know, we started getting a little older, it starts taking a toll, and you start realizing, like, okay, maybe I need to slow down. But when you're in it, like how I've been in it, it's more or less like the passion and the creativity and what I get out of it that inspires me. So I don't look at it as like, a lot of self-discipline that needs to really go into like having to do it, because I have fun doing it for so long that like it didn't take a lot of like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, no, I get excited when I got 2, 3, 4 gigs in one day, or you know, a podcast now, and I gotta run. Like, that would excite me, because I'm like, okay, this is what I love to do. It's only up until recently, the last few years, where I'm like, okay, as exciting as it is being out and about and moving around, now it's starting to take a little bit of a toll. But I never looked at it as like, when you say like workaholic. I never looked at it like it was something to pat myself on the back over. It's just something that I love doing, and I would spend every minute and every second doing it, because that's how much I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do music too, correct?
Yeah, I produce too these days. Yeah.
Damn.
I've been, you know, songwriting and like laying down vocals and stuff like that within like the last year, and I'd say about the last 4 or 5 years I've been producing. So that is like gradually kind of turning into, started out with just remixes and blends as a DJ. Then I was like, okay, maybe I could take this remix and add some snares here and maybe some percussion here, and then it just gradually turned into like me fully blown making music now. So that's what I've been passionate about these days, for sure.
Super dope. I mean, when you first started till now, you know, did you ever see yourself this far?
Yes. Yes, actually, I see myself further. If I'm being honest with you, because I was like, early on, like I was having success as far as like knocking out like bucket list goals pretty early on. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. Like for me, like don't get me wrong, like I've as far as like meeting like my people that I looked up to and DJs that I grew up listening to and artists that I'm inspired by and stuff like that. Like having those cosigns have been like enough to last me. You know what I'm saying? It's like before I thought it was when I was younger. It was like all about getting on the big stage and I noticed like I've rocked a few big stages and I've DJed on a few big venues. Those are not as gratifying to me as much as like my peers or people that I look up to giving me the respect. Like I just finished DJing, for instance. I just finished DJing the Winter Jam concert for Hotline 37. And that was Lil Wayne headlining.
Fire.
And it was incredible. The opportunity was incredible, but I got more of a satisfaction, going on like Facebook and seeing like DJ Perfect, for instance, which is somebody who I respect, which is a peer that a lot of people respect, saying, Santo killed his set, he knows music and like really giving it up. And I'm like, that's gratifying for me because that's somebody that I respect, that understands what goes into what it is that we do. And that for me, and those little payoffs of like people sending me videos of me performing and stuff like that, like that's what I'm getting high off of more than the actual being on stage itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you like to touch people.
I love connecting with people because I feel like when I do it through music, it's the only way I really get to do it because I'm naturally an introvert. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really like connect with a lot of people. Like when I walk into a room, I'm not really like the loudest person in the room. I'm usually kind of like reserved. So when I get the opportunity to DJ or, do this, it gives me the opportunity to connect with people, and then that feels good for me, because I don't do it often. So it's like when I'm in the club, it's like, okay, it gives me like during quarantine, for instance. When quarantine happened, I love being by myself, but when I choose to be by myself, not when I have to be by myself. So I didn't realize how much I needed people and that connection until quarantine, honestly. Because when I started going on live and I was like, communicating with people in the comments and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I need this in order to not be depressed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I really realized how much I love connecting with people was during quarantine.
Definitely feel you. What's one thing that you want your fans to know that they don't know?
Calling them fans feels awkward for me. What is that? I don't know. Maybe I need to go to therapy, but I don't know. I always wondered why that was.
Fan. I mean,
like me addressing people as fans. Why does that feel uncomfortable for me? You know what I'm saying? My legs started like fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like I know there's people that enjoy what I do and enjoy like going out to hear me DJ, but like I don't know. I just feel like calling them a fan is kind of putting me on like a pedestal. I don't know. That's a different conversation I guess we can have, but whatever. I guess my supporters or whatever you want to call them. One thing you don't know about me, I don't really know. I don't share too much. So there's not a lot of my personal side people see. But for some reason, I'm having a hard time. I'm not really sure, honestly. I guess you would have to ask them.
I mean, for all the stuff that you've done, and all the years of work you put in, I mean, I think you're on that pedestal.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it. I mean, I guess what I would want anybody to know is like, not just fans or whatever, but just anybody to know that like, when it comes to music, I'm just so passionate about sharing music that I just want to do it selflessly, and I want to do it forever. Now, whether that's through DJing, whether that's through producing, whatever it is, I think my character and like my decisions up until this point if anybody's been paying attention, should know that like I'm never going to sacrifice that for anything. As far as like what I mean by that is, taking a bag to do something I don't want to do or play a record I don't want to play. So I'm never gonna like get behind something or promote something that I don't feel passionate about. And even if it costs me opportunities, which it has, and it still is, I'm willing to make that sacrifice because my word means everything to me. So I want people to know, like, you could trust that I have your best interests at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, genuine.
Yeah.
So this was part one. We're about to take it to the other studio. You know what I'm saying? Santo here. 937. Part two will be right back.